and is, can, and has about the skeletal system after I read this informational article to you. Now this side over here, you won't need to look at that because that's just the same thing that you see over here, okay? All right, so follow along with me as I read this aloud. The skeletal system. All the bones in the human body are called the skeleton. The skeleton gives the body shape and form so that we don't flop around like jellyfish. Bones and all the connective tissue like joints, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons make up the skeletal system. The skeletal system has many jobs or functions. In addition to giving the body shape, it protects the organs. For example, the skull protects the brain. Our joints, muscles, and connective tissues work together to allow us to bend and move. Inside the center of bones is a soft tissue called a bone marrow. It is here that white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets are produced. Bones store minerals like calcium for our body. Now this is, remember a little while back I made you a video, a tutorial to show you how to split your screen. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to split my screen. Of course, this is on the iPad, so your split screen is going to be different than mine. I'm going to pull up over here. I'm going to pull up the skeletal system on this side, and then over here, I am going to pull up my is, can, and has. All right, so let's start with the skeletal system is. All right, so, or can or has. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to read each sentence and see if it goes into the skeletal system is, or the skeletal system can, or the skeletal system has category. All the bones in the human body are called the skeleton. The skeleton is, the skeleton can, the skeleton has. The skeleton is part of the human body. So I'm going to write part of the human body because the skeleton is part of the human body. The skeleton gives the body shape and form so that we don't flop around like jellyfish. So the skeleton has shape and form so that we don't flop around like jellyfish. Okay, now this could also go into the skeleton can, because you could also say the skeleton can protect our body so that we don't flop around like jellyfish. So just because I'm putting it in one of these categories doesn't necessarily mean that's the only category that it'll go into, okay? It just depends on how you look at it and how you word it. All right, so the next sentence says, bones and all the connective tissue like joints, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons make up the skeletal system. So, let's see, the skeletal system, okay. Bones and all the connective tissue like joints, cartilage, and ligaments, and tendons make up the skeleton system. So, the skeleton is, the skeleton can, the skeleton has, all right, so I'm going to put it under has. Has. Bones. I lost my spot on how to spell cartilage. So up here I'm going to write skeletal system, because this one is about the skeletal system and not just the skeleton. So the bones, joints, and cartilage ligaments, and tendons. Make up the skeletal system. All right, so what you're going to do is you're just going to read through each sentence and you're going to figure out if it goes into the is, the can, or the has. And if you run out of room, you can you need to make your font smaller, or you can just type it out on an email and email it to me, okay? I hope you're doing great. Have a good day, guys.